Welcome, everyone. We're back with another installment of our MediaAMP MythBusting series. And today, we're digging into a concept that, I'll admit, might sound a little out there at first, especially if you're a marketer who's never really had a reason to think about retail media. We're about to challenge a really core assumption about where you find your next customer.
So let's just dive right in with the big central question. It sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? Why would an automaker care if you're buying diapers or kale? Well, believe it or not, your grocery list might just be a more powerful signal for a new car purchase than someone actually visiting a dealership's website.
Exactly. I mean, for years, the unwritten rule was super simple. Retail media is for endemic brands. You know, the products that are actually sold in that retailer's store. We're talking cereal, toothpaste, soda. That stuff makes total sense. But for anyone else, for a non-endemic brand like a bank or an airline, it was just seen as completely irrelevant, out of bounds.
And that belief has really been a straitjacket. It is the single reason so many senior marketers have just completely ignored this channel. And honestly, that straitjacket is holding your customer acquisition cost, which you pay to get a new customer, hostage. Today, we're going to show you how to take it off.
Okay, so this all comes down to a really fundamental shift in how advertising works. We are moving away from a world of, well, probability, which, let's be honest, is just educated guessing, and we're moving into a world of determinism, and that is all about knowing for certain.
Right, and you can really see the difference here side by side. For decades, advertising has been this ocean approach. You cast this huge, wide net with broad demographics, and you just hope you catch a few interested fish. It's incredibly wasteful. The signal approach completely flips that on its head. You start with a known real-world behavior, which means you're only talking to people who are already your customer. They just don't know it yet.
And this right here is the absolute crucial point. A deterministic signal is not someone just browsing car reviews online. That's just an interest signal. It's flimsy. A deterministic signal is someone buying diapers for the very first time. That isn't a guess about their life stage, it is a behavioral fact. It's basically a receipt for a major life change.
And just so you know, this isn't some tiny niche trend. The data is showing that off-site retail media spend, and that just means brands using retail data to advertise somewhere else, like on TV or social media, is projected to grow by around 40%. This isn't a blip, it's a structural rewrite of where marketing budgets are going, and it's simply because it's so much more efficient.
Okay, so let's get to the aha moment. This is where all that theory becomes a really powerful, practical tool for you. A simple shopping list is no longer just a list of groceries. It's a predictive roadmap for some of the biggest purchases a person will ever make in their entire life.
Okay, I love this. Let's make it real. Let's start with automotive. How on earth can a grocery store possibly know when I'm ready to buy a new car, maybe even before I know it?
It's simpler than you think. So the signal is that sudden shift in their shopping cart. They go from buying single-serve yogurts to giant bulk packs, and then, boom, diapers. The opportunity for you as an auto brand is to get an ad for your new SUV on their connected TV that very night. You aren't waiting for them to Google best family cars. You're reaching them the moment their life actually changes, capturing them way before your competitors even know they're in the market.
Wow, okay, that's powerful. Let's switch gears. What about financial services? I mean, banks usually have to wait for these lagging indicators, like credit applications to find new high-value customers. How does this even compare?
Well, get this. Purchase data can be a real-time proxy for wealth. Think about it. A consistent pattern of buying premium, high-end organic goods, or maybe a sudden spike in home improvement spending, that signals rising disposable income right now. So instead of waiting for a loan application, a bank can proactively offer a premium credit card based on demonstrated spending power, not just a static credit score from months ago.
Okay, I am totally with you. Let's do one more. What about insurance and telecom? I mean, these are classic high-churn categories where timing is absolutely everything. What's the hidden signal there?
The signal here is so simple it's brilliant. A shopping cart filled with moving boxes, packing tape, and maybe some neutral-colored paint. That household is moving. It's not a guess, it's a fact. The opportunity is to target them with an offer for home insurance or a new broadband provider that very day, long before all those welcome to the neighborhood mailers from your competitors even get printed.
So, we've covered the why, right? It's way more efficient, and it's based on facts, not just guesses. Now let's get into the how. Here is a practical 3-step playbook to actually get started.
Okay, so I'm reading these. Step 1, orchestrate through data clean rooms. Step 2, follow the user off-site. And step 3, influence the AI agent. I gotta say, that sounds pretty technical. Can you break this down into plain English for us?
Absolutely. Let's start with step 1, data clean rooms. Forget the intimidating name for a second. Just think of it as a secure, neutral digital room. You can take your list of best customers, a retailer can bring their shopper data, and in that room you can find twins, people who shop just like your best customers but haven't bought from you yet. And here's the crucial part. Neither you nor the retailer ever sees the other's raw data. It's all about matching insights, not sharing customer lists.
And for step 2, I feel like this is where a lot of people get stuck. They immediately imagine putting an ad for a new car right next to the bananas on a grocery website. And that just feels wrong, you know?
Exactly. And that's the number one misconception. The reality is you are using the grocery data to power your ads somewhere else that makes more sense, like in a high-impact TV spot or a big social media campaign. So the retailer provides the intelligence, the who, and your media platform provides the canvas, the where. You're basically decoupling the insight from the inventory.
And finally, step 3 is about a future that is arriving way faster than any of us think. It's AIO, or AI optimization. You should think of it as the new SEO. Pretty soon, when a person asks their AI shopping assistant, hey, find me the best insurance for a new homeowner, that AI is going to make a recommendation based on data signals. By connecting your brand to retail signals, like buying moving boxes, you make sure your brand is the answer it gives.
Wow. So when you put it all together like that, the old excuses for, say, an airline or a bank to ignore retail media, they're really gone. This isn't just another channel to check a box on. It's a completely new source of competitive advantage.
And that brings us to the final and I think most important takeaway from all of this. Our source material puts it perfectly. Retailers are no longer just selling ad slots. What they are really monetizing is foresight. It's the ability to see a customer's need developing before the customer has even consciously realized it themselves.
So, the crucial point for you to walk away with is this. The whole conversation has changed. The question is no longer if your non-endemic brands should be using retail data. The real question you should be asking your team is, how quickly can you stop guessing and get out of the ocean?